Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic. We are gonna head to Darkshore today.
What brings you here?
So we're gonna turn in Nessa's collection. Ah, you wish to get this to Aberdeen. Very well. From Route Theron there are two methods to travel to Aberdeen. By ferry and by hippogriff. Both are quick and reliable, but if you have not yet flown to Aberdeen by hippogriff, then I suggest you do. It is sound advice to speak with the hippogriff master in every town that has one. Once you speak to the master, you can then fly there from the other towns. Here is Nessa's collection. Speak with me again when you are ready to fly to Aberdeen.
May the stars guide you.
So there aren't as many flight points, nearly, as there are in retail World of Warcraft. Like, there's no flight point in Goldshire,
Ishnuala.
for starters. There's one in Westfall, though. So let's go ahead and do as he suggests, and we will fly to Aberdeen. There is a ferry over here, as he said, which will actually skirt along the coast. You don't actually phase, you just take a little ride down to Aberdeen, which is pretty cool. I actually mistook that as the boat to Stormwind and ended up in Aberdeen, but we're going to take the flight point down so that we
Going.
have the connecting flight. And basically everything we have is going to that area. Obviously this goes there. Then we have Grove of the Ancients, which is a little bit south of Aberdeen. And we also have our warrior quest, which is going to be near the Aberdeen Lighthouse. We should actually be tracking that one. 8 ore, and then we have to bring back the medallion. And then the reward she said was a weapon. Now the reward is not listed here in the quest, which leads me to believe that there could be a follow-up quest. It's extremely foggy this morning in the Mist Edge. Spot the thumbnail shot time. Alright. Now again, pre-Cataclysm, this zone is completely new to me. I haven't quested here before Cata. So we'll see what we have. Immediately we have a quest as soon as we get off the bird.
What brings you here?
Majestic sea creatures are known to launch themselves at Darkshore coastline, beached there until they die. Lately, these beasts have been washing ashore in ever-increasing numbers. I've been sent here by the Temple of the Moon to investigate, but the presence of Murlocs along the water has made my research difficult. There is a giant creature washed ashore just south of Aberdeen that is ringed by the foul grey mist Murlocs. Could you go there and retrieve the bones from the creatures for our study? So trying to figure out what's happening to the sea creatures,
Goddess,
but these damn Murlocs are always in the way. You'd think before they build a town they'd like scour the beach lines and get rid of the Murlocs. They probably just repopulate and come back. Alright, and then we have to turn this in to Laird here.
Hello.
Have you come from Teldrassil? Tell me, how is the fishing there? It's actually not bad. I picked up fishing. So we have fishing now. I did a little bit of that waiting for the ferry, which is a great way to pass the time. And I think we still have some fish in our inventory. A package from Nessa, thank you. She told me she would send me samples of the fish caught near Route Theron village. She thinks they may be very different from the fish caught here. My, this jawbone is nearly twice the size of the same fish found here, and these scales are as big as a closed fist. Amazing. So fish near the tree are going to be bigger and better. I must send a response to Nessa. She'll be very interested to know how different the fish here are from those along Teldrassil's coastline. We can only guess the cause, but it is my suspicion that the world tree itself is affecting the wildlife around it. Please, take this response to Nessa. If you wish to take the Hippogriff back to Root Theron, then speak with the Hippogriff Master. Okay.
May the
We're not
stars
going to
guide
immediately go back and do that. We'll do that when we go back and turn in the warrior quest. That would make sense. And we're going to immediately set our Hearthstone
free
here
to browse.
before we forget. And I kind of want to pick up some food. We don't have much in the way of food. You, sir, are a drink vendor.
Farewell.
So my apologies. Food and drink vendor. Here we go.
Ishnu Allah.
Let's see. We have some bananas. We are level 12, so is that the highest we can get? It actually is. The bananas or the candy. Let's go with the bananas for the sake of our pancreas. And we'll just buy an even stack of 20.
May the stars guide you.
Okay, so we'll track that. Hard to believe that there's not more to pick up, but we still have to head south to the Grove. And we have Murlocs to deal with along the coast. Maybe we can kind of head south along the coast and then cut inland. Because I'm kind of surprised that there aren't more quests. Oh, look at that. There is a quest right there. We actually have to look around. You're not going to find anything unless you look around. And we're probably going to want to head back to that building there. That's more what I expected. Cave mushrooms. I'm devising a potion that requires rare mushrooms. Mushrooms that grow only in a certain cave. The cave lies beyond Cliff Spring Falls, to the east and slightly north along the mountains. I would go there myself, but I was advised by the Grove of the Ancients to stay away from the place. Our venerable allies sense that the cave is a hiding place for a new evil in Darkshore. Interesting. Please, gather the mushrooms for me, and while doing so, scout the cave to confirm the Ancients' fears. 5 scabber stalks and 1 death cap. And this is to the east, slightly north. Okay, a new evil rearing its head. And this very different looking area. I had the feeling that it was going to look similar to Teldrassil, but it doesn't. It looks very different. Awesome. I guess it's been a long time since I've been here, even after Kata. Let's see, at least, you know, as it existed as a leveling area. The Red Crystal. Hostile moonkin roam in ever-increasing numbers to our east. They once were thought to be gentle, almost mystical creatures. While some continue to hold reverence for them, the safety of Aberdeen forces me to keep a more realistic view. I've received reports that moonkin are being drawn to a large red crystal along Darkshore's eastern mountain range. No one has any idea what the crystal is, or even if it really exists. I want you to locate it over there and report back to me what you find. Okay, so east. We have to go northeast to the mountains too, so there's a red crystal to the east. And it's messing with the moonkin.
Watch over you.
And that's not cool. We like our moonkin. East and then northeast. So we'll head south. We'll swoop in and hopefully find the glade we're looking for with the turn-in and probably more quest. And then we'll head up along the mountains. Something like that. Assuming that we don't find a bunch more quests back here. I see one that's out of level for us. And it would probably do to get familiar with just what's around in the town here. What trainers are here and things like that. General trade supplies, that's important to know about for our alchemy. Mining supplies, mining trainer. Okay.
What can I do for you?
So if we need files, we know where to come. Awesome.
Be good.
See, we are gonna find more quests here if we look around.
I am on.
That's quite a view. He actually has 2 quests. Bashal'Aran. The ruins of Bashal'Aran to the east are overrun with demonic minions. The sprites and satyrs that have taken up residence in the area feed upon the magical energies of the area, their powers growing from continued exposure. Even with that, I have noticed that there is one shrine they will not approach. On the western side of the ruins, atop a small bluff, a strange blue aura permeates. There must be an explanation to the demon's reluctance. I would like you to investigate it. So they don't like this blue aura. Ruins of Bashal'Aran. Okay.
Good luck, friend.
He has quite a peaceful view. Very envious. And he doesn't have to wear clothes, so... Like, if you could just go shirtless in a dress, that would probably be the best. I'm sure it's a very nice ocean breeze. He has the other quest for us. Have you seen the ruins of Azeroth? If not, you will find them on the eastern side of the main road, some ways to the south. Once they were the home of many powerful highborn. Now they are a testament to the destruction their dabblings produced. I have been told by the sentinels that the spirits of the highborn persist, and that they wield their ancient magical implements. Those relics must be appropriated so that we might destroy them. Retrieve 7 highborn relics for Thunderous. Okay. And so this is before Night Elves could be mages. I know in retail WoW they can totally be mages, but they had sworn off all use of magic for a long time because of their past, which we're starting to learn about. So it's very interesting to be back in a time before Night Elves were supposedly, for whatever their reasons, embracing magic again. And by whatever their reasons, I mean, you know, players want to play Night Elf mages, most likely. That just kind of ends up affecting the lore and changing the course of an entire race's story. You know, I don't want to say just to cater to players, but, you know, they'll kind of appease players and let them play the race class combination they want, and we end up having to change the story. So it's very interesting to be back in a time when the racial stories and the stories of the zones were more the focus of the game's narrative.
Alone be with you.
Let's see. Plagued lands. A sickness spreads across Darkshore, gripping the minds and bodies of all it touches. The Thristle Bears have been hit the hardest by this plague. The once noble beasts are now an instrument of destruction, rabid and frenzied. I may have a cure for this ailment. Take this trap to the forest and lay it on the ground. Any rabid Thristle Bear that crosses the light shall become docile for a short time. Once the bear is docile, it shall follow you. Lead it back here. That's going to be fun.
Good luck, friend.
We're going to have to lead a mob back to town. Might be one of the last things we do so we don't screw anything up with its pathing, or it doesn't reset, or anything happens in combat.
Peace.
Could be
with
wonky.
you.
How big a threat? Some of my brethren were rescued from a corrupt furbolg in Teldrassil, and I vowed to stop any more atrocities before more of our kind are injured or worse. I have seen a couple hints of corruption in Darkshore already, but I have yet to find any widespread signs. I think it would be logical if the investigation continued with the furbolgs. Would you find one of their camps and return to me if you see any signs of corruption?
Good luck.
So the same kinds of corruption we saw in Teldrassil are rearing their heads here in Darkshore by infesting local flora and fauna. Seems to be the way it rolls. And I wonder if this corruption, you know, if it's the void corruption that we're used to hearing about today, or if it's demonic corruption. I guess we'll find out if we're paying attention. We have cave mushrooms that's actually way out of level. That's very interesting that we were able to pick this up, and you can see that it's red, which means we're not going to be doing this for a couple levels. Grove of the Ancients. Oh, it's the cave that lies behind cliff. So we can't go to the Cliff Spring Falls yet. If we find ourselves there, we know that we're a little bit out of our depth. Alright, let's get into it and find some Murlocs. Now, this person is killing these pygmy tide crawlers, which just has me worried that there's a quest for them. Especially because I'm not seeing any Murlocs right outside the town here. Oh, here they are. That wasn't too far. But I bet at some point we end up killing those crustaceans. There's the beach sea creature. I do have this mace equipped to try to level up our mace skill. We'll see if that works out. We're hitting enough with it that I'm not worried about switching back to the sword. But we probably are going to need a potion here. We'll see if we can do it without a potion. Probably help if we keep Rend up. Overpower. So we picked up Overpower. Oh, he's a runner. It was close, but we did it. Overpower for the win. And if we catch him casting a heal, we can shield bash. Well, so long as we have a shield equipped. Alright. Let's loot. We're going to take care of this guy. Oh, he's coming for us anyway.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not enough rage. Need more rage. Not enough rage.
Not enough rage. Oh no! Shoot. Oh, this might be the end of us. Oh, look at this. We have some help. Ah, this one guy ran off to Gripes knows where though. Here he is. Let's take care of him. Let's pop that potion while it matters, shall we? Let's thank this guy. Because he definitely saved our butts. For sure. I thought we were goners. That's how dangerous it could be when they run. They know, they're smart. They run right towards another pack usually. Let's click this before we get respawns. Oh, we're too far away. Where's the hitbox for this guy? Here we go. Yeah, this looks awful, whatever happened to this thing. Sea creature's bones. Well, maybe they can figure it out. From here, let's just head south of Aberdeen. We have a turn-in, and we're likely to pick up some more quests. So let's kind of go cross-country here and take a look at Darkshore. Darkshore away from the shore. We got some level 11 bears. And did I see a planeswalker? Forest strider, fledgling. Okay. Those are non-aggressive. We have some furbolgs down here. And they're close together. If we can see the V-bar like that, it means that the mobs are too close. And it would be a good idea to back up a little bit. What is this? Stunned. I don't like that at all. And we have Moonstalkers. Oh, level 15, so that's interesting that they're such a high level. We're not tracking herbs, and we definitely want to be. I wonder why that turned off. Saw him about a second too late. Get the overpower. thinking maybe right here is where we're headed. But we'll see if that pans out. Maybe not. Sickly deer, so it looks like we're getting some corrupted wildlife as well as other sentient species. Let's just keep heading south. Oh, we have server maintenance. That's gonna be a good enforced break time. Looks like it'll be an hour long. What is... ooh. This is Bashal'Aran. Okay.
Need more rage. Not enough rage. Need more rage.
Oh, nice. We don't have axe skill, I don't think. And what we have is actually better for us. So maybe we'll end up just selling that for silver. Let's fight one of these cursed highborn and just get an idea of what they do. I'm really interested in if they cast anything that we can interrupt. Oh, yeah, we could have if we had the rage, so that's good to know. It looked like maybe a shadow bolt. She didn't get the cast off. I wonder how far south. It must be pretty far south. I'm wondering if we need to go there yet or if it's a breadcrumb into another area. Because we have plenty of things we can do to the northeast. And there's not going to be a flight point to take us back. So until something else sends us further south, I think that's all I'm going to investigate. We're by these highborns, so we should probably just head in here and see if we can find the relics. Trying to make sure we always have 10 rage in case we want to do... Oh, it missed anyway. Well, we got curse still. So that's all it is they're doing Banshee Curse. Reduce the chance to hit. That's not bad. We don't need to worry about interrupting it if it's not going to do a crap ton of damage. I don't want to mess with this person. And they had Dawn Runner. And she's not a Banshee like these things.
Not enough rage. I can't do that.
I just reflexively go for the stun as soon as I hear the casting. Okay, so they're going to drop these. I don't think we're going to find them on the ground. I wonder... Yeah, these guys are also called Highborn. So they'll probably have the same drop rate. Let's see what they do. Can I make these guys bleed? They're immune. It makes perfect sense. Let's just stop whatever that was. It's probably not going to be the same thing. That's crazy that it takes away our ability to rend these guys. You know, that's true RPG. When there are rules and systems and they work together and make some kind of logical sense. Like, this is a ghost. A ghost can't bleed. But I want my rend to do damage. Well, if you want your rend to do damage, go rend something that can bleed. So, very interesting. And it changes what you have to expect from combat. Combat's going to be a little tougher against these guys without having our rend. We've been putting points into advanced rend. Actually, we've improved it all the way. And it's not helping us here at all, so I really like that. Same thing if we were to try to use like a fire spell on a mage against a fire elemental, it wouldn't do any damage. The fire elemental would obviously be immune. Because that only makes sense. I could find out what it does. Ooh, overpower. But I'm just as keen to keep blocking it if we have the rage. And now that we're not rending, we have a little bit more rage to work with. Oh, he got it off that time because we overpowered. It's the same thing. It's the Banshee Curse. At least we got some practice interrupting. It's probably going to be invaluable later on. Later on in life. At higher levels yet unseen by us. So it'll help to get the jump on one of these guys, probably. We'll see if we can get this in before the server shutdown. It's a race against the clock.
I need to get closer.
I think we'll get it. Interestingly, these have enough of a corporeal form that they can bleed, so that's good. And so we have a choice, you know, if we wanted, if we really needed that rend damage, we could avoid the other guys and we could just fight these cursed highborn. So it's not like you're without options. Even when you find that one of your abilities suddenly doesn't do any damage, you have options, you know, because you have a vast toolkit. And if you do things like work on your professions, your toolkit gets expanded. Like right now we just have our regenerating health. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but it's really a situation of every little bit helps. And the game systems are more interesting to interact with and more immersive when you really take on that mentality of everything helps. Every effort you put in should have some kind of output to either increase your enjoyment or ease your way through the game. Hopefully it does both, is the goal.
Need more rage.
Whenever we find one, I am going to try out some two-handed weapons, mainly because we're just going to need to skill them up. We're going to have to equip them at some point. They're going to be more damage, but we're going to lose all the defensive bonuses we get from having a shield equipped. Which could be interesting, because we're already taking quite a bit of damage from at-level mobs. Now granted, our gear is not the best. Just to give you a look at it. But it's basically what you can expect for leveling. Until we can get into some dungeons, which I'm very excited about. Still got a ways to go. 2 more. We could do it in 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Maybe. Maybe we can. Got a pretty good kill rate going. Shouldn't have let her get that off, though. Wailing Highborn. That's a little different. What did we pull? Here we go. Let's not take on both of them yet.
Not enough rage.
That looked like a little server lag there, actually. We'll see if the servers don't go down a little early. These guys are immune, even though they have that similar Banshee look. The Wailing Highborn are going to be also immune to our Ren. So we're probably going to avoid these guys for the next 2 minutes. Just to keep our kill rate a little higher. Looking for 2 more items. Maybe she'll have one. Nada. We need to make sure that we don't die. But I'd also really like to complete this quest in the next 2 minutes. Could have potioned, but I'm trying to save them.
It's too far away. Need more rage. Not enough rage.
Not enough rage. Alright, they've suddenly gotten very stingy. I'm gonna have to do much better with my charge distance, since we cannot charge once we're in combat.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, they're too close together. I'll get both of them. Well, we're getting a lot of linen, so when we do go to level up first aid, should have a decent stock of them. And these would probably be good mobs to farm for linen, but what I need now are Highborn Relics.
Out of range.
And there we go. We'll be back soon with more Highborn Relics.